What happens when a NASCAR champion says absolutely nothing, while his entire team falls apart live on the radio? That's exactly what just happened to Kyle Busch. No yelling, no rage, no radio meltdown, just silence. And somehow, that silence was louder than anything we've ever heard from him. Now NASCAR is stepping in. And what they do next could decide everything about his future. Let's rewind to Food City 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway. This is supposed to be Kyle Busch territory. 8 Cup wins there, over 20 wins across all series. Bristol is his playground. But this time, it turned into a disaster. He qualified 29th, and from the very start, the car was a mess. Loose, sliding, unstable. Lap after lap, he's begging for rear grip and getting nothing. Then comes lap 313. Riley Herbst gets into Kyle's left rear and spins him into traffic. And this is where everything gets weird, because Kyle Busch said nothing. No anger, no frustration, no reaction. Meanwhile, his team, completely losing it. Crew chief Jim Pullman snaps on the radio. "What is the problem now? Is it sideways or plowing?" Then it escalates. "What the does it look like?" Spotter Derek Nealon tries to calm things down. "We can't be yelling at each other. We've got to hold it together." Silence. Then comes the line that's now everywhere. It's the same every week. And through all of this, Kyle Busch says nothing, but he didn't stay quiet forever. With 4 laps to go, Kyle finds Herbst again. And this time, he sends him right into the wall. Caution comes out. Chaos everywhere. And now, NASCAR steps in. Brad Moran makes it clear. No penalty, but they will be having a conversation. That's not a punishment. That's a warning. And here's the bigger problem. This isn't just one bad race. This season is falling apart. Through 8 races, 0 top 10's best finish. 12th, 24th in points. 46 points below the cutoff. And the most shocking stat? 101 races without a win. For a driver like Kyle Busch, that's almost unbelievable. A lot of this traces back to one big change. His longtime crew chief left. Now he's working with a rookie, cup-level leader, and it shows. The communication is off. The setups aren't working. The frustration is boiling over. Even insiders are asking, is this a team problem, or is it a Kyle Busch problem? Even Denny Hamlin didn't hold back. He said, "If you're the greatest, carry it better than your teammate." That's a direct shot. Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt Jr. had a different take, saying the radio chaos, that's actually normal in racing. So now the garage is split. Some say this is the beginning of the end. Others say it's just part of the grind. Here's the reality. Kyle Busch is a future Hall of Famer. But right now, he's stuck. No wins, no momentum, and now internal cracks exposed to the world. With his contract ending soon, and very few top seats available, the pressure has never been higher. So the question is this just a rough stretch, or are we watching the beginning of the end of a legend? Let me know what you think. And for more NASCAR drama, leaks, and breaking stories, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. NASCAR fans don't want to hear this, but we might be watching the end of an era. Not a slump, not a bad season, a full career turning point. Because right now, Kyle Busch, one of the greatest drivers of this generation, is sitting on a 100-race winless streak. And the scary part? It's not getting better. It's getting worse. Think about this for a second. This is a 2-time Cup Series champion. A driver who made winning look easy for nearly 20 years. When Kyle Busch left Joe Gibbs Racing and joined Richard Childress Racing in 2023, it felt like a comeback story. And early on, it was. He won races. He looked fast. He was back in the title conversation. But since then, everything stopped. No wins in late 2023. No wins in 2024. No wins in 2025. And now, 2026. Still nothing. That's 100 races. For comparison, his previous worst drought, just 36 races. This is not normal. This is something bigger. Right now, Kyle Busch is 24th in points. Best finish? 12th. 0. Top 8 finishes. That has never happened this deep into a season in his career. Not even in his worst years. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. Kyle Busch is in a contract year. He turns 41 soon. And now, the question isn't, can he win again? It's, will he even be in NASCAR in 2027? Because in this sport, performance is everything. And right now, it's not there. Yes, Richard Childress Racing hasn't been dominant. But NASCAR doesn't wait for anyone, not even legends. Now all eyes are on one place, Bristol Motor Speedway. A track where Kyle Busch has 8 wins. This is his track. If he can't turn it around here, When will he? So, let's talk about the real question. If Kyle Busch leaves RCR, where does he go? Stay at RCR. Not impossible, but unlikely. Spire Motorsports. This one makes sense. He already has history there. He sold his Truck Series team to them. His son's future could play a role. This could be a long-term move. Hendrick Motorsports. Sounds crazy, but not impossible if changes happen, if a seat opens. A veteran like Kyle Busch could be the shock move nobody sees coming. Legacy Motor Club, backed by legends like Jimmy Johnson and Richard Petty. Possible expansion Toyota connection. This could be a wild storyline. Step away from Cup Series. Not retirement, but maybe focusing on trucks again, where he can win, where he can dominate. But let's be honest, that's not what fans want to see. This isn't just about stats. This is about legacy. For nearly 20 years, Kyle Busch was the guy, the villain, the winner, the superstar. But now, NASCAR is changing. New drivers, new teams, new stars. And the question is Kyle Busch part of that future? Or are we watching the final chapter? Because right now, it feels different. Not like a comeback story, like a crossroads. So, tell me, does Kyle Busch bounce back? Or is this the beginning of the end? Bubba Wallace just made one of the most controversial moves of the entire NASCAR season. And almost nobody is buying his excuse. Not the fans, not the analysts, not even his own team. And now, the driver he wrecked, Carson Hocevar, is speaking out. This just exploded into full NASCAR drama. Let's go back to Cookout 400 at Martinsville Speedway. Everything was normal until it wasn't. Bubba Wallace was having a frustrating day, running mid-pack, nowhere near where he expected. Meanwhile, Hocevar was having a solid race. Top 15, clean driving, strong pace. Then came the restart. Hocevar made a bold move, went 3 wide into turn 1, clean pass, completely legal. But Wallace? He didn't like it at all. 1 lap later, he hits Hocevar, then again, until finally Hocevar spins, and the track turns into chaos. 12 cars wiped out, including big names like Daniel Suarez, Chris Buescher. Even Wallace's own teammate got caught in it. That's how big this wreck was. Wallace, out of the race, finished last. Hocevar still finished 17th. That says everything. Right after the crash, Hocevar didn't hold back. He said, "I just tried not to run over him." Got destroyed. His team, even more direct, he lost his mind. That's not frustration, that's calling someone out. Wallace tried to explain it. He said, "I misjudged, didn't mean to turn him." But here's the problem. The replay tells a different story. Multiple hits, no backing off. It didn't look like a mistake. It looked intentional, and the NASCAR world noticed. Steve Letarte said he meant to hit him, just didn't mean to wreck him. Kyle Petty agreed. Clint Bowyer said live he was mad. Even Kevin Harvick admitted, "Yeah, that was